Why can you not focus at home, but the second you walk into a coffee shop, your brain completely switches on? You have everything at home: a desk, a chair, silence, privacy, perfect conditions by every measure. And yet you sit there for 2 hours and produce almost nothing. Then you pack your laptop, you go somewhere loud, somewhere full of strangers, somewhere with no silence at all. And in 1 hour, you do more than you did all day. This happens to millions of people every single day, and almost nobody understands why. Until now. Let's start with something that feels backwards. We have been told our entire lives that to focus, we need silence. No noise, no distractions, no movement around us, just us and the work. But your brain does not actually work that way, and science has been proving it for decades. There is a concept called the background noise effect. Researchers studied what happens to the brain at different levels of ambient sound: complete silence, moderate noise, loud noise. And what they found changed everything we thought we knew about focus and productivity. At complete silence, the brain does not settle into deep focus. It gets restless, because silence to the human brain is not neutral. Silence is abnormal. For most of human history, there was never complete silence. There were always sounds around us: wind, animals, fire, people, the natural hum of being alive in a world that is also alive. Complete silence signals to your brain, something is wrong, something is absent, pay attention, look around, be alert. And a brain on alert cannot do deep work. It is too busy scanning for the thing that should be making noise but isn't. Now here is what happens in the coffee shop. The noise level in a typical busy coffee shop sits at around 65 to 70 decibels. That specific range of sound does something remarkable to the human brain. It activates what researchers call diffuse thinking mode, the state where your brain is relaxed enough to make connections, creative enough to solve problems, and focused enough to stay on task. Not too quiet to make it restless, not too loud to overwhelm it. Exactly the right amount of stimulation to keep the thinking part of your brain engaged while the anxious part of your brain settles down and stops scanning. The noise is not distracting you. The noise is regulating you. There is a difference, and it is a significant one, but it goes deeper than just sound. Think about what else is different in a coffee shop versus your home. At home, every single thing around you is associated with something else. The couch is for relaxing. The kitchen is for eating. The bed is for sleeping. Even your desk. If you have used it for browsing or watching things, your brain has already filed it as a space where you do those things. This is called context association. Your brain is extraordinarily good at linking physical spaces to mental states. And if a space has been repeatedly associated with distraction or rest, your brain will default to that state every time you sit in it. The coffee shop has no history with you. It has no associations. Your brain arrives there with no file, no default state, no record of what this place means. So it defaults to what you are doing right now, which is working, and it stays there. Now let's talk about the third reason. And this one is the one most people find the most surprising: the strangers. You would think that people around you moving and talking and existing would be the ultimate distraction. But research in social psychology shows something completely different. When you are surrounded by people who are all engaged in something, working on laptops, reading, writing, your brain picks up on the collective energy. It reads the room, and it says, everyone here is doing something. I should be doing something too. This is called social facilitation. The presence of others doing effortful things raises your own motivation and output, not because they are pressuring you, not because you are competing with them, simply because your brain is a social organ. It was built to calibrate itself against the behavior of the people around it. And when the people around it are focused, it becomes focused. Even if those people are complete strangers, even if you will never speak to them, even if they never once look at you, their presence alone is making you more productive. There is one more layer to this that ties everything together. A coffee shop has something your home rarely has: an exit cost. When you work from home, stopping is effortless. The couch is right there. The kitchen is right there. Your phone and your bed and everything comfortable is within arm's reach. Quitting requires almost no effort. But in a coffee shop, you paid for a drink. You carried your bag here. You found a table. You set everything up. There is a small but real investment in being there, and your brain registers that investment. It says, I came here to do something. I am go.